Are you ready to level up your journey? Welcome to Get On Top, where we dive deep into the riveting tales of self-made entrepreneurs and corporate titans who have scaled the summit of success. Get ready for a roller coaster of insights, inspiration, and a roadmap to elevate both your mindset and your life. This is Get On Top with Morgan Browne. Okay, Liz, Rosa, tell me about your life. Thank you for coming.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, first of all, tell me about when you say your name, all I'm thinking about is what is your heritage? Where are you from?
Question of the hour. I'm from here,
You're
born
from
and raised in
Vancouver.
Vancouver, which we are a rare breed. East Van. I have Italian heritage where Rosa comes from.
That's where I was going to.
Which is like the OG East Van kind of jam.
So you're from Vancouver.
Yes.
Tell me about where you're from. Tell me your origin story. I want to hear what made you be this incredibly creative human being that you are.
I was born into a pretty awesomely creative family. My mother owns Harbor Dance.
DNA.
So yes, it's built in. My dad's an amazing artist, like sneaky artist. And I feel like just being brought up in that household, like I literally grew up in a dance studio and
you did.
Surrounded by these wonderfully creative humans pretty much my whole life. And I didn't really think about doing anything other than something in the creative field. Like it wasn't even a thought in my brain.
So it was like a super connection. When did you know? When did you know you were going to do something creative, though?
Just like throughout high school, like I grew up as a dancer. I was really insane. That was most of my life.
Oh, wow.
I would go to school was whatever. And then I would go dance for hours every day after school. And that was like my place. And I feel like it kind of just all flowed into each other naturally. Like all throughout high school, I was obsessed with my photo teacher and photo class. I would like skip classes to go just sneak into the dark room, and I would live there. And I would get my girlfriends after school and we'd go to the beach, and I would like create these like worlds for them to live in and like find some cool old clothes my mom had and style them. And we were like 14, 15.
You're the best friend ever.
Oh my God, we had so much fun. And I still have these old pictures that we had like printed in the darkroom in high school. And they're just like, I cherish them forever. They're just so much fun. And that's kind of where everything stemmed from.
And your mom.
And my mom.
Was your mom a choreographer? Like, did she come
whole life? She was a dancer too. Used to do touring shows all the time, and she is celebrating her 40th year at Harbor Dance, which is crazy. They're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they're getting a star on Granville Street next week, which is like so wild.
This is that's huge. I went to Harbor. I loved Harbor. Everyone went to Harbor. Harbor's the best. And so growing up in that, tell me, like, how you obviously saw your mom like be this incredible creative, but she also was like a business owner.
Oh my gosh, she was a boss.
She was a boss.
And she had us 2 kids. I have a younger sister, and we were with her all the time. And now that I have 2 children and trying to run a business, I'm just like, how the F did you do this? Like, how I just am beyond. I'm beyond.
What do you think it was?
She's my hero. Oh, she had really great friends that would babysit us, I know. And my grandma would take us a lot. But I don't know. I felt like we kind of fit in the whole puzzle piece there too, because we just like, we're so into dance. So we just felt at home with her, like at the studio all the time.
The harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as an entrepreneur kid too, I am as well. My dad owned hair salons all over downtown Vancouver. And I always was like, it was just a harmony between the family and the business. Yeah. You would just go there and fold towels, you know, like you would pick up the phone and being around that, you know, and I think how has that kind of, you know, skyrocketed from being where you are when you were 18, 19 to kind of where you are now?
I mean, I feel like it kind of almost gave me this like ignorance because I just saw it work for her. And I was like, it's just what I was always going to do. Yeah. There was not really like even a thought of failure when I started out, which I mean, was good then. I guess. But I went to college for photography right after I graduated high school, just because I wanted to explore it further. I wasn't even necessarily going to pursue it as a career. I just kind of wanted to see what happened. And as soon as I graduated, I kind of just went right into it. And I didn't really give myself an option to do anything else or fail or whatever. And I just, I'm a slow and steady wins the race kind of gal. And I've just been kind of like building slowly over the last 15 years now.
Wow.
I'm nowhere near where I want to be still. I kind of feel like I'm at the tip of the iceberg, but I feel like I'm forward motion always.
I feel like that is crazy, because I think watching you and watching your come up has been, I think, just at pace and very intuitive with what you're doing on your personal life, right? Looking at that and seeing what and I think a lot of entrepreneurs fall into it too. You know, myself too, just you kind of go really young into something and then you're like, oh, I guess this is it. And then it just continues. But do you think, how much of that is intuition and how much is that just guided? Right? Like, what do you think?
I have always been a very intuitive person, like especially with myself and like what I am asking of myself and my body and my mind. Try to be, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've learned some hard lessons, and I always feel like the universe has its way of kind of like shoving you back where you're supposed to be going. And there will be signs, and there has been signs, and you kind of like, obviously it's okay to veer and explore and experiment, because that's what life is. You got to, you know, not take it so seriously all the time. But I feel like it's really important to be in tune with where you are being called towards.
I think so.
Yeah.
How did you know? How did you know that? You're just like intuition. It's a very interesting question, because I think a lot of people that have like a purpose, you know, they go and they lean into it and then they just kind of fall.
Yeah.
They fall into it.
That's what I felt.
But like where did you know that you were doing something different?
I don't know if there was a certain point in time, but I do feel like the more I explored my spirituality, I kind of got really into it in my mid-20s. I had a really awful relationship and breakup, and I was just like at the bottom, and I was like, okay, we got to snap out of it. And I got really heavy into yoga, meditation, as you do.
Yes, these have
And it totally shifted so much in my mindset about how to live my life, and just almost like zoom out every once in a while just to see what's going on, bird's eye view, to have like a better understanding, bigger picture about what is really going on. I feel like when you get so tunnel vision and you have all these goals and you have all this, you know, this thing in your mind that you need to succeed at or, you know, be the best at, I feel like it lets you miss so much of life. And you kind of like
internal
anything.
It's like internal barriers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what you're saying is so true to I think so many people. Like there's these barriers that are put up against you
constantly.
And like, where was that breakthrough moment for yourself? Like where those kind of internal monologue is completely changed, right? Like,
okay, I was sitting with my girlfriend on the beach in Powell River, and we were like at her cabin, and it was like Tuesday afternoon, and I was like 26, and we were drinking tea, and we were just talking about life, and we looked at each other, and we're just like, are we like retired? Like everyone else is working these awful jobs right now probably, and we're just like hanging out at the beach on a Tuesday, and kind of like we just realized that, because she's in a creative field as well, we were both in this place that we have found this freedom that I feel like everyone is after. And it was kind of just like a moment that we're like so grateful for what we do, and we're both so passionate about what we do. And I just that was like
the
a
gratitude
really special moment. And where we feel like our mindset shifted.
All I'm visioning is you in Powell River now, which is amazing. You know, I think you're what everybody like admires about your journey is that trajectory of some of your work that has changed over the time. Like
Mhm.
if you scroll down or go through your portfolio, it's like, whoa, you've evolved so much.
So much.
Tell me about like how you're doing that. Like how you're pushing that a bit.
I mean, I feel like you kind of always have to be aware of what's going on within the industry. Like there's always trends happening in everything, in photography and retouching and everything. So if you're kind of like keeping up with the Joneses and understanding where things are headed, then you can stay kind of within that field and like stay relevant, so to speak. But I also feel like I have like a lot of people that I look up towards that I feel like are very helpful in maybe picturing myself where I could be still. And it's kind of a cool place to be in the creative field because your ceiling is never there.
Capped.
No.
Yeah, it's such a creative
You
being.
can go and go and go. You can hit your stride when you're 80 and like that's cool. Like you can keep going.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
It is so cool. And you've kind of been able to protect your artistry while you're evolving. While still growing and experimenting. What's your process? Tell me a little bit about your process.
My process.
What's your process? This is the energy. How do you prepare someone to be photographed by you?
So I usually do this.
Know.
I take a moment.
Look at this.
I take a moment.
We're vibing right now.
And I channel some energy from the Great Mother. I do a little meditation and just get my mind in the zone. Usually love a mood board just to kind of like set a little vibe of like what we're going after. If I'm working with a brand, like we usually have a creative direction that we're going for, of course. And I do feel like when I shoot, it feels so natural. Like sometimes the anticipation beforehand is a little nerve-wracking, like anything.
Yeah.
But when I'm there and I'm with the model one-on-one or whatever situation we're in, I just feel like I'm this channel for things to kind of come through. And it feels it's such a beautiful experience.
Wow.
And I don't really have to think too hard while I'm really in it and we're in it together. It just kind of flows naturally most of the time.
Does it feel like you're like connected to the person across in that lens? Like I always wonder with photographers, like, you know, and I've read so many about incredible, great photographers of our time, right? And one thing I've realized is the best ones have this process of like really figuring out who's on the other side of that lens. Like what is your like Liz Rosa fit? Like that's what I want to know.
I love just speaking to everybody as soon as they walk in the room as they were a friend, like just to make them feel the most comfortable, like drop the walls as soon as we kind of step on set together, get to know them a little bit more beforehand. And while I'm shooting you, I'm speaking to you the whole time. Like there's never really a silent moment.
Oh, interesting.
So we're just kind of like free flowing and keeping that energy going. And I'm quite a hype girl.
Yeah, let's go.
Which makes them feel really good about themselves, which in turn, you know, lets them feel confident and drop their walls a little bit. So
yeah, you really have like you've been able to capture that person's story quite beautifully on that visual side. And you, even though you've evolved, you've worked with you know, solo models all the way to businesses to icons. Tell me a little bit about how you approach, like let's just say someone that everyone thinks they know who they are, and you want to capture them your way. How do you kind of get around that?
I feel like at this point, because I've been doing it for so long, they almost come to me wanting to be shot by me,
right,
and get my vibe or my take on them. So it's not necessarily like I have to cater to them. It's almost like they wanna get my take on it for them.
I love that.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier that you obviously were brought up with the dance. You were a dancer, and so much of your work speaks to that. I mean, one of the key things that I think, oh my God, I would say you're like redefining that shape a bit.
Oh, good.
And that's what I think I'm seeing. It's so interesting. I'm like, she's completely transforming that. How much has that played a role on your photography?
God, so much. It's crazy. in the beginning too, when I was starting out, I would take all my dance friends and we would just go crazy and I would shoot them dancing and we would just have so much fun. And I feel like the directional piece in photography is so important. And I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily have that element.
That's so true.
So I feel like that has definitely played a major part in directing. I also feel like I know how to move my body in certain ways so I can show them how to do it or what I'm asking of them most of the time.
Yeah. So it's like, I can't do that, Liz. No. I can't do that bent over.
I'll show you how it's done.
Let me show you how it's done. This is it. And being in like a place of so much trend and comparison and fast fashion and fast everything. Like, how do you stay relevant in that space? I mean, as a creative.
It's so hard.
Is it tough?
Honestly, it is insane. Like the amount of output that people and brands need these days is craziness. And I feel like I've always liked to take my time. I like to come back to jobs a couple times just to see if something changes and the way I look at something. And I don't often have time to do that. If there's like a deadline, you need it in 3 days, 4 days. And I'm just like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
I just feel like keep up with that when you can. But I'm at a place right now where I'm actually feeling the burnout like quite intensely. And I might just take a step back.
Yeah.
Which is okay to do. I like a lot of artists don't give themselves the permission to actually just like take some time and like recenter, reground, kind of like do the things that bring you joy. And I feel like that's where like true inspiration stems from.
Right.
Ultimately.
Yeah. You need a moment to pause.
You need a moment.
Like I think a lot of people, like you need like a second.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing how much. I mean, even just for any entrepreneur, any business owner, any person needs a second to just kind of take a minute to recreate.
It's so important.
And to take a frame out of it. How have you been able to kind of manage that burnout before that? I mean, let's talk about you having kids, having children.
Oh my God, the motherhood piece is a whole other ballgame.
How much do you feel like you've changed a lot? Because I personally, I do it all. I mean,
I even put it into words.
Like where is that? I think where can you start? I think most women want to know that when they're as special as you and have purpose and have a talent, that accepting of just being able to hold up and say, hey, check in on yourself.
Yeah. I'm still working on it.
But
I feel like motherhood actually brought a lot to light. I mean, it totally changes literally every cell in your body. You're reprogrammed as a human once you have kids and more kids. I feel like it happens every time you have children. So twice now. I'm still working on the reprogramming. But I feel like the first time you're just so much more aware of where your time and energy goes because now you have a child that needs you 24/7 and you have very little time to spare. So the things that you spare it to need to be worth your time and energy. So I feel like that's kind of where the first step I took in taking like serious boundaries and like saying no to clients that I didn't feel aligned with or
beautiful.
Yeah. No longer wanted to go down that direction. And I feel like that was a big marker in my career because that's when I started solely shooting for brands. And thus kind of like sent me in the direction I'm going now. So
tell me a little bit about your brand. And I think a lot of people like, you've worked with so many high profile talent. How do you negotiate? How do you set boundaries? How do you protect that value of your work?
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard too, I feel like in Vancouver because it's such a small city. And there's not massive budgets for a lot of small companies, which I totally understand. But also, I feel like for myself, who has been doing this and dedicating literally every waking hour to this like artistry of mine, I feel like I'm still learning how to value myself properly. It's tough. it's trial and error. It's seeing how much work goes into just one job and breaking it down hourly. Sometimes you're just, oh, cool, I made $7 an hour on that one. Like, awesome. Let's not do that again.
Let's not break that down again.
No.
Where do you feel like of course, I think a lot of people go and find those brands that they want to align with, and then it starts to break off to you doing bigger things and whatever it may be. But did you feel like you employed or had, like, whether that's family or friends or mentors or services to kind of like put the foundation of your business together? Or was it like learn on the fly?
Yeah, I kind of a lot of is fuck around and find out.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
A lot is trial and error.
Yeah.
And I feel like there are some people that I was able to look up to and have a bit of a community within the city and the world, like throughout the world, that are freely sharing their experience and their knowledge. And it's so helpful because that will create a standard for ourselves and just photographers, artists as a whole. It's almost like having a union.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how is that union? Like, you have tons of photography like people that are in the business. How many are you seeing kind of fail and come up? I want to know that because I think a lot of people take for granted these incredible creatives. I mean, just even for myself, working with agencies, working with in-house staff or in-house internal team that we've employed. Once you get one, it's really hard to keep them.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people want to get to that, the photographers that are, you kind of know, are always going to be consistent.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. And I do feel like freelance is tough because you don't have a regular paycheck. Like, you're always kind of looking for that next job or the client or hoping to have something consistent. And I'm lucky enough to have done this for so long that I'm just, there's natural lulls in the industry always. And I feel like you have to take those moments to actually rest. Like, you're supposed to rest when there's quiet time, not freak out and spaz and go crazy.
Yeah. Don't freak out.
And pitch and do all this stuff, which pitching is good. But I just feel like you'll never get used to the ebbs and flows because you'll always stress out when it's quiet. But I feel like what is meant for you will come for you. Keep doing your work. Just do personal projects. Do something that's close to your heart, or some creative, something to feed your soul in the meantime. But I do feel like it's just this constant battle forever and ever. Sorry. News track that we're gonna have this. Okay, I want to take you back to Baby Liz. Yes,
Baby Liz in the business. Tell me a little bit about. I want to know about some of the hard times and what you've learned along the way. Give me a story. I need a story about working with clients, working with frustration. What have you learned out of one of maybe your roughest?
I'll give you something.
Yeah, give me something.
Not even necessarily to do with a client, but this is like Baby Liz.
Baby Liz.
This is Baby Liz.
Yes.
So during my dancing years, me and my girlfriends loved to go travel to LA and just train and audition and whatever for fun, sneakily, of course.
Yeah.
And we stayed, the last time we had visited, and I had just graduated college.
Okay.
And I was working with a mentor down there, and she was so lovely. So I was just like testing models and dancing, and it was just like the funnest time of my life. But I got in a little bit of trouble with the border.
Okay, yes.
Because there was this moment I actually booked a tour, like a dancing tour.
Okay.
And it was between that and this reality show that was promising to get an O1 visa for me and my girlfriend. We had all these like wild opportunities come up. And I chose the reality show, which was just like the craziest. We don't need to go deep because I'm still like unpacking trauma from
Yeah. Small T trauma.
But ultimately, I got kicked out of the States for 12 years. 12 years. I was banned.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like that just threw a wrench. I thought my life was over. I was like, I'm an LA girl. I'm going to live in LA. I'm going to do the photo thing. I'm going to audition and just do all the things that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like that was a crazy turning point in my life, because I came home and like moved back in with my parents, and I was like, what the fuck do I do now? I was devastated. But that was a moment in time where the universe was like, no, girl, you do not belong down there. You cannot go down there. There are other things for you. So.
And then how did you pick yourself back up after that?
Oh, it took a minute, but I kind of just got right back into like building the photography up, and like I was doing headshots and boudoir and families and all the things, which was fine. I was still young and I was still at the beginning, but it was definitely like, I knew that was not my end all be all place to be.
The calling.
Yes.
The calling. Yeah, it's so easy to just be like sidetracked, but if you let the universe kind of guide you into it, I think the best businesses I've always had are ones where I'm like, I'm completely just letting it all flow.
Yeah.
And then working in a place of like high vibrations, like having a place where I'm like, I'm in a good spirit. I'm in a good place. Everyone around me is going to be in that good place. And if you're not, get out of my office.
Absolutely.
Get out of my head.
That's that magnetism piece that I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs
miss.
Yeah, they miss. They don't think about. But it's just like, it's crazy how important it is to stay high, do the things that make you, keep your peace and bring you joy. And I feel like when you're vibrating in that high place, then you attract what is also high and meant for you.
I know. Yeah. I think over time you do start to kind of evolve into that. But there is that kind of like intuition versus discipline segment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
How do people, especially being creative, like being disciplined is super tough. This is what I've realized.
I'm a pretty disciplined person.
Is it your dance or is it your sign?
Dance, both. I'm a Virgo, so I'm a psycho.
Definitely psycho.
I'm a crazy perfectionist.
You're like, I want it perfect this way.
Yes. A little bit of both.
Just so you know, I think everybody should be looking at their signs and their feng shui on a regular.
Amen.
My numerology, my feng shui, and my signs. That's what's really the success behind it, everybody. So is it that like, how do you balance the two?
I feel like it just happens naturally. I'm not sure why. I love the woo-woo. I love pulling cards. I love working with moon cycles. I really love, I'll go to the odd psychic.
Okay, let's do it. Hand purpose reader. Let's go.
I'll get my tarot cards read. I love little outside pieces like that kind of just like, might spark a little something that you need to hear that day, or
the jump offs.
Just to guide you softly along this path.
Yeah.
I've always been a really hard worker. It's just been like a non-negotiable. I don't know. I feel like shit takes work. Good shit takes work. And it's just the way it is. And I know it's like, it's hard in this younger generation because I feel like everything they wanted to happen so fast and be successful right away. And sometimes that happens and that's amazing. But if it doesn't happen, I feel like people are more like ready to give up quicker.
Yeah.
And you got it. Like,
so true.
Freelance is not for the faint of heart.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think you all have these moments. I think these like crushing moments of, especially being a mother. And, there's been times where I've left you leave your house and it's dark out. You come home and it's dark out.
Yes.
And then you think to yourself, I'm doing this for them, or I'm doing this. But really, there's this balance of like, am I doing it for them? Or am I doing it also for myself? You're having this moment. Have you ever had those moments where you're like, geez, wow, like I'm kind of nuts.
Oh my God, like every day, who does it?
A lot of people.
Oh my God,
don't.
No, no, it's hard. The mother piece, like I said, it is a whole other ball game, and I commend you, stay-at-home mothers.
Oh my God,
I feel like I'm there right now.
The praise hands emojis are up for
Honestly,
the stay-at-home mothers.
It's just like kids are the most amazing blessings in this world, but I've never felt so tired and depleted in my entire life. I was going to do a little forewarning before we started talking. Like, the mom brain is real right now. So sorry if I like can't remember words.
We've got it. We've got it. It's a kind of a blessing, and like it's a complete blessing, of course. You know, seeing your kids, and to what your points of what you said about your mom and your dad being a really also alternate creative. I'm also from creative family.
Amazing.
And it's very important that, and I think with creative families, they let you kind of, I don't know, I would say a big, we were encouraged to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there was something important for us to say. And at the second part of that creative family plus the entrepreneur family, it was praised to work hard. Like, there was these two like realities of like you kind of are living in, and you're kind of brought up in it. And your work is like a testament to that, which is so cool. How do you want your kids to see you?
I mean, I want them to see me.
They want to see you. That's right.
I want them to see me. Like, I want to be around for them. My mom, I love my mom, but she wasn't, I mean, she's still at the studio like 9 hours a day. You're 70, lady. Like, take a break. But there were definitely moments when we were kids that I wish she was around a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm around for them right now, which is great. And I am happy there. And I feel like I have to kind of like keep taking these moments and like just relinquishing control and just being like, this is the time for me to be with my littles. And I need to not, I always want to go gung-ho and like go for the big things that I, am yearning for in my career. And I just feel like that has always been soul fulfilling for me, and it will for the rest of my life, I'm sure. But I need to be mom right now. Yeah. And that's totally cool.
Harmony is like
every morning I'm like, Mom, I'm mom today.
I'm mom today. I'm mom.
We just need to like let the other things kind of fall away just for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to balance, I think.
Oh my God.
Especially when you're like yourself, very driven, like it sounds like, your self-talk is so balanced with what of happiness and joy, and you yearn for that because you're going towards it.
It's a daily practice. Like, you have to remind yourself daily, like,
it
where
is
you're at.
And then you have your children that are like, you want everything as an entrepreneurial family that you didn't have, which is time with your children.
Yes.
Like, I was the same. It's like, we're from the same cloth, my dear. And my take on that is, once that harmony starts happening, like where they kind of like weave with one another, because every like high achieving person wants to be a great mom. It's the same. They want to be both.
Yes.
They want to be both.
And we can be both.
We can be both.
But we just got to listen a little bit.
We got to listen.
Yeah.
Yes. And maybe have a drink once in a while.
Vino.
I know, right? Get some vino in you. I would just let it happen.
Yes. But I do feel like after my first child, I started to feel kind of back to myself when he turned 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, starting to travel for work and go away, and had a really beautiful momentum, and it was creating some of my favorite art that I have ever shot. And then I got pregnant again. And it was a really hard pregnancy, and she's a Velcro baby, like, bless her. She's my little angel, but like, I cannot do a single thing with her. So I feel like in the next couple of years, when we kind of find the childcare piece, and Kingston's growing up, my son, and he's got his little sports and his friends and his school, and they kind of like start to gain their independence just as tiny humans, then that'll be a time for me to kind of get back into it and find my flow again.
How are you going to explain that to your kids? Like, how are you going to explain to them like what you do?
Mommy's going to Paris.
Mommy's going to Paris. Bye. You can come or not. It's up to you.
Yeah, Kingston doesn't quite understand what I do yet, nor does he care. I don't think he cares that I'm there. So I feel like when they're a little bit older, it'd be fun to kind of like take them on set. Baby's been strapped to me on set since she was born, so she knows what's going on. But
yeah.
But
second one knows.
Yeah, like to bring them to a bigger job and like see what I do. And I feel like that would be a really cool thing for the future for them to kind of, understand a bit more.
So when you're in that photography moment, I wonder, and I wonder what you feel like you're doing there. Like, are you like an artist? And why I wonder that is because some people have like they're doing something, and whether that's like spiritual or myself, it's a lot of that is learning. Like I'm just learning all the time. That's my goal, is learning all the time, being curious about it. Behind that camera, that lens, what do you feel like you're kind of doing?
I mean, that's kind of like the beautiful thing of photography as a medium, is that you're like creating a tangible moment in time and capturing things that are, exist once and they're gone. And you have that in a photograph, and you're documenting like these beautiful moments. And I feel like that's just such a crazy concept when you think about it.
It is.
and it's just like, it's so fulfilling and beautiful. And like, I'll be like watching a sunset, and if I won't have my camera, I'll be like pissed.
Yeah. Like, geez.
Or just like, just observing. Like, it's all about observation. And I feel like that's also, it's almost like my gratitude piece in this life. It's like an ode to Mother Nature and like what this world has. Like, it's chaotic. This world is crazy, but there is so much beauty amongst it. And to be a photographer, I'm so blessed, and I'm capturing all this. Like, there's magic everywhere around you.
I know.
And
How
it's
do you
just
see it?
Constantly inspiring. I follow the light. I'm like a cat.
Oh, you're a cat person. I love it.
Yeah. Like, there's a patch of light on the floor. That's where we live.
I'm in that space. No, and I think there's some people that have that eye, right? I mean, that photographer eye, and
100%.
And some people, for photographers, what I find just so, and I'd love to hear this, because there are so many like galleries that have these, like Fred Herzog, like that type of energy that where that photographer is living past the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But
they like create those moments. Like, I really love that they have like these wild concepts, and they create that moment or that place for their model to live in, and it's just kind of like a little bit surreal almost. And it's like painting, but you're creating it with objects and people, and it's so cool.
It's so much more. Like, I was just recently at the Stanley for Frozen.
Love that for you.
With my child, my daughter, who was a Velcro baby, still is. And she, it was a moment where I realized, just like photography, like it's so much about that direction.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make that really, like what you were saying to me about being in that special moment? How do you make that something so special? Like, what is it?
I feel like it comes down to just like, I don't know. That's an interesting question. It's like the different creative laws. It's like what to the eye makes a beautiful composition. Like, what colors, where the light is falling, like the direction, the emotion you're trying to emit. Like, when you kind of like have all those pieces come together in such a beautiful, harmonious way, like that is the ultimate image.
That's a special spot.
And there's like so many pieces, so many different puzzle pieces that can fit together. And instead of just taking a pretty photo, it's like there's so many other elements that you can kind of, is that making sense?
Yeah. Where it comes together.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't think about it, and you just let it free flow, and we're just trying to capture like a beautiful raw moment with a model. And then sometimes it's a bigger piece, and you have like location, clothes, like lighting, and then you kind of like it's a whole world.
It's like a whimsical space for you to be in. These brands, tell me about them. Are they feeling like do you feel like maybe the question is, the brands that you are currently working for, what are they looking for now? What are they looking for?
I feel like brands in general, and what I feel like the fashion industry is kind of going after is that like connection piece.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all need that, whether it's connection to nature, human connection, like those moments in time that actually tell a story. It's no longer a model standing in your clothes looking beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a storytelling
and
moment.
I feel like that's what's really gonna capture your eye these days, because there is so much content all day, every day. If you just scroll, you don't even know what you're looking at anymore.
I don't.
And it's hard. Like, it's so hard because it's just humans have done it to themselves.
Yeah, we have.
It's like we have to keep up with this constant demand and like these trends that last for 2 weeks, and then it's like a whole new thing has to happen. And
where do you see it going?
I mean, like I mentioned, I feel like it's the connection piece that we're getting back to, because I feel like with this AI coming out, we're kind of getting lost. It's like that digital output that is like, we need this now, we need this today. And that's kind of what AI is for. And I feel like we need to take a step back and go backwards. Like, I'm starting to shoot more analog in film and like go in the dark room and like have those real like nostalgic moments. And like, I feel like that will be something that AI cannot replicate.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I was going to ask you, like, are you going to be using much of your AI during your process or no? I know.
I feel very like resistant towards that whole part of the industry.
Yes.
I can see the benefit of it, and I feel like you have to drive with where things are going to a certain extent. But it's definitely not something I'm going to concentrate on.
I think most people, like, especially AI, I'm down the wormhole. It's like you kind of have to be like, it's almost like being a little bit more about the customer experience is going to be the biggest thing.
Yes.
Like, use AI to write your emails.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Go for it. Nobody cares.
No one's reading those. I want a one-liner anyways. I can't read past 4 lines.
Oh my God. Amen.
But I do want to see, like, you know, I do want the person across from you when they're doing a meeting to shut everything off.
Yeah.
Or whatever it may be, right?
Yes.
The customer experience in it.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I feel like we're kind of that last generation that knew what it was like before all of this began.
I know I had a pager. It was terrible.
You had a pager?
I had a pager.
My girlfriend had a pager and I was so jealous. But look at us now.
Look at us now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, artists struggle. I think this is a question everyone really wants to know. Many artists struggle with the business side. What did you have to learn?
How to invoice properly and on time, how to pay my taxes, which is a major thing. It's like all these things,
I know,
they should teach you in school to function as a human being. They do not teach you. So I had to learn all of these things and still learning. And I do feel like it's important if you get to a certain place to learn how to outsource, because it's very helpful and it gives you more time and space to do what you're supposed to do and be creative. And
do you locally outsource or do you go with the talent?
I kind of find just connections through people.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah. Word of mouth.
Yes. Word of mouth.
Yeah. And if you kind of had to give one piece of advice to these creatives who want to build this powerful brand. And I think not just a brand, but I think a character, like, you know, a specific character in this space, right? And to thrive, what would it be?
Okay. I feel like it is so important to take care of your mental health and to find modalities that speak to you and keep you grounded and peaceful and happy, and to practice those religiously because that's a really important piece in running your own business, I think. I also feel like it's so important to remind yourself that you are on your own path. Like, you are on your own journey. There's nobody else. Like, this is for you and nobody else. And I understand it's so easy to compare yourself to people around you constantly. It's what we do. But just to kind of like tune out the noise every now and then and just focus on what honestly, I know I've said this a couple times, that what brings you true joy, like what lights you up inside, because that is the stem of everything. And I feel like that's a really beautiful place to run a business from, especially a creative one.
So true.
Yeah.
You're kind of, you the first thing you look at um when you're looking and shooting a client, right? What does that look like for yourself?
When I'm looking and shooting a client?
Yeah, what's the first thing you look at? Other than the light.
I was going to say the light.
I know. The light.
The light.
The light is what it is.
Just if everything is like vibing. I really love like minimal makeup and natural hair.
Yes.
And just like having that true, that true essence of that person kind of shine through. And like, I just how the clothes are fitting, obviously.
Yes, of course. What does the clothes look like on you? This is it. It's so hard.
I feel like as if I'm inspired by you, like I'll know right away, and I will just like want to get into it.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah,
yeah. It's amazing. Like capturing photos seems like it's very easy for a lot of people with their phone, and it's like, oh, I mean, like I'm a professional photographer.
Yes, there are many of those.
And I think about it all the time. I'm like, no, and it's really about time. I think I've realized that with photographers, it's like how much work have they put into it? It's like that 10,000 hour things.
Exactly.
Once you do 10,000 hours, you've got your steps.
Oh my God, beyond, yeah.
Get on to it. It's such a pleasure to hear about your story and just like and I really want to. I think one big capture is to the people that want to go on to becoming a mother. What's the encouragement to them? Because I think a lot of people are afraid because they have their ball rolling.
Yeah.
It's
scary. It's scary. And it will be. But I feel like I have grown so much as a person and a creative as a mother. Like it's been such a crazy piece in my life and running a business and doing what I do. I just feel like it puts so many things in perspective. And it brings value to, like I mentioned, your time and your energy. And you're just it just laser focuses.
Keeps you strong.
Yeah, it keeps you strong.
You're so amazing, Liz. I can't deal with it.
Morgan.
Tell me about, okay, so I'm going to do a little fire round before we end our little get on top sesh. What's one thing you start your day off with?
Warm lemon water.
Yes, very good. We're listening.
My mornings usually start with changing a poopy diaper, so it's not that romantic right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You haven't put the Celtic salt in it yet.
Yes, Celtic salt.
You gotta put the Celtic salt.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Mornings are mayhem. I'm not going to lie. It's like
mayhem.
Packing lunches, get to school. My husband works really early in the morning, so I'm kind of left to flail, which I do.
You're like, what just happened?
Once everybody's kind of like settled, I'll sit down and have a little coffee moment to myself and just
take it in.
Take a moment.
Take a big deep breath.
Yes.
What would you be doing if you weren't doing what you're doing now?
Everyone asks me that. I have no freaking idea.
Really?
Yeah.
What would I think Liz would be doing?
I really have no idea.
I think you'd be doing something always in the creative space.
Creative for sure.
Yeah.
I love wellness. I would probably be doing something in the wellness space. Or like running yoga retreats or something.
I think so too. Please do that so I can come. Okay. What's your hype song or what's your calm song or your hype or what's the song that you're listening to?
Okay. Oh, wish I was prepared for this. I have so many.
Yeah. I want your list now. You better make a Liz Rosa list.
I don't know why this is coming to my head, but it's No Diggity is like my hype song.
Are we made to be friends?
Did we just become best friends?
Did we just become No Diggity, No Doubt? Oh my God.
Hype song for life. Oh my God, I have such an amazing playlist. I can't rember.
Will you put it out there and we're gonna tag it on this?
Yes, for sure.
We're gonna tag it on this because I want this list. Okay. What's one person you'd love to photograph? Thank you. Can't read.
Good question. I don't know. I love Rosalia right now.
Oh,
I feel like just other cool artists that have their own vibe. Like I'm so just drawn to, people who are going off the beaten path.
Do you watch her sing? If you watch her sing,
she's unreal.
She's unbelievable.
Unreal.
I just think
her visuals that are surrounding her too. She's just doing some cool stuff.
It's like her and Ray, that other Ray girl. Yes. She's so good. Like it's cool. The Brit. I don't know what it is. Okay, to get on top, you must
climb the mountain.
Climb the mountain. So true. Climb that mountain.
The mountain girl.
Thank you for being on the Top Pod.
Thank you for having
I appreciate
me.
you so much.
Oh my God, so happy to be here.
That was so good.